I am scared, and if you haven't been living under a rock for the past 40 years, you should be too. You should be terrified. Why, you ask me? Turns out humanity has a new mischievous, cunning, and absolutely terrifying enemy. Some recent events came to my attention and I know that sooner or later monkeys are coming to get me, and I must get them first. During my questionable travels throughout this world, I have located the leader of this new threat. Not that one. Also not that one. No, this one's not it. That one. As it turns out, a lot of apes don't really want to coexist with humans. That's fine, because I also don't wanna coexist with humans. My mission seems pretty straightforward, but it's not. Mostly because of the difficulty of this encounter. What kind of a hero would I be if I decided to do the normal difficulty? In theory, I know everything there is to know about these red apes. My life experience taught me that practice is the same as theory, so I am completely sure that nothing could go wrong. Full of confidence, I went on my mission. My destination is far away, but I am slow. I started to suspect that my nemesis might be much smarter than I assumed, because on my way to meet him it appears he created a series of carefully planned arenas and put some strange looking animals inside. Man, these apes are really evolving. It appears that very soon they will look like us. Some of you might think that is what happened in the past, but let me tell you, you might be right. My first encounter didn't go as expected. It actually went pretty horrible. I can already see how my next few days will look like. A little bit disappointed, I returned home and decided to go at it again. And I failed again. This is when I realized two things could be happening. Either I absolutely suck at this game, or that monkey has somehow hacked this entire world to make my mission much harder. I'm sure we will all agree it is the monkey thing. Since I don't know how to fix hacking issues, I just decided to switch my equipment. Modern problems require modern solutions, and I cannot think of a better modern solution than a gun. Currently I have a lot of guns, but the best ones are these. Especially after I bond them with these ones. With these guns, I am pretty sure someone like me could do any of these heroic escalations. As for the armor and stuff, I just go with these cells here. These cells are very good because they guarantee high chances of survival. Your survival. Everything around you won't survive. First animal I encountered on my journey can only be described as a long lost relative of a common shovel. It tried to smash me with its big tail, but by this point I had faster reflexes than your average snake. Just like the most animals you would encounter anywhere, this one also wasn't resistant to bullets. After successful combat, I decided to amp my performance by taking Breath of Life. I don't know why I really took this, because obviously I have 100% dodge rate. I guess I had to take something. Second round consisted of a double threat. I actually dealt with one of these creatures when I was making the healthiest salad in the world. Taking into the account that this animal is just an overgrown sentient mushroom, I knew I won't have any problems dealing with it. On the second hand, the other one seems more concerning. I haven't dealt with this animal before, but considering the fact that it can produce electricity on a whim, I am seriously thinking about replacing my car battery with a modern version. During this round, I also began questioning my sanity and well-being, mostly because I got downed. This is the second round in the escalation. There are 3 more rounds after this one. I am seriously starting to think what kind of monster I will have to become to save the world from ape threat, and honestly, I kinda like the results. With happy thoughts in my head, I set off for third round. Second amp wasn't anything worth talking about. Seems like Red Monkey has improved his hacking skills. Third encounter was this weird combination between a mosquito and what I can only assume is an animal native to Australia. Now that I think about it, Rezakiri itself is probably a native animal in Australia. I would definitely want to know who managed to breed a mosquito and a kangaroo. I once tried breeding an alligator and a lion, and all I got was an all-inclusive vacation in a hospital. Just like first 2 amps, third one also made me cry. Before meeting the big bad ape, I had one more round to go. First weird animal I encountered during round 4 was someone's escaped dog. I don't know what dog breed is this one, but I definitely don't want to have it as a pet. If someone knows the owner, tell him he owes me money because I am definitely going to sue. Owners should be responsible for their beasts. Second animal is much harder to describe. If I had to guess, I would say that Terminators wanted to make a new weapon to hunt down humans and their only inspiration was an owl. Dealing with these two wasn't that hard as much as it was annoying. My luck changed and I managed to take from the ashes amp. For what I am about to do, this is a very good amp. Without fear, I jumped into the area and epic battle began. I actually managed to get Radiant Shield and I was able to do some carefree damage. Radiant Shield is the most important reason why I took Cascade Cell. Popping 3 or 4 of these during the battle can make a big difference. Battle was going pretty well and honestly much better than I expected. I took a couple of hits here and there, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. I even came up with a real monkey idea to just jump on Monkey's back and stay there. Red Monkey seemed to understand my plans because every time I would try to do this, he actually took longer to get up. Couple of moments later I got downed. It was here when I learned that if I want to survive I must escape that grabbing attack. Unless you are some kind of invulnerable god, I don't see any way of surviving this attack. I did get a little concerned because battle was still in early stages and I already lost a life. My concern grew because moments later I got caught and got hammered again. The second attack I learned to pay attention to is widely known as the ass pounder. As a man, my first instinct was to absolutely try and dodge this, but that turned out to be a bad idea. I found out that it is better to get your ass pounded by the ass pounder than trying to dodge through it. Just take the first hit and stay on the ground. This works much better than mistiming your dodge. As long as I kept avoiding these two attacks, I would be fine. This battle was kinda long, which was to be expected when you are saving humanity, but I managed to win at the end. The red monkey is no more, or at least he won't be until next month when I will have to do this thing all over again. Some of you might be glad that this thing is over. Some of you won't be happy that there is more. Earlier I talked about my equipment and armor. I don't have much more to say other than it's not the only build people use for heroic escalations. I find it the best. I have tried some weird shield cells combination and with more practice I could have probably also done it. I'm saying you don't have to sell everything to get this. Easiest thing to change here is the weapon. I know that axe and spear can also be very good. My advice here is that if you are not happy with repeaters and you want something else, get something that can revive you. Sometimes I really suck at this game and having replenishable revive before reaching last behemoth is useful. Second thing I want to clarify are escalation talents. Obviously, if you are struggling with hardest escalations, you should max them. Every one of these talents will help you. Each escalation has its own gimmick, so since this adventure is all about blaze escalation, I will show you the ones I'm using. If you don't know what to take, you can just copy mine. This is somewhat optimized for repeaters, so you might want to change some things for other weapons. Last thing I want to say is max out your Slayer tree. There is a difference between 5 and 8 healing potions. I don't have much more to say other than some general tips. If you aren't dodging very well, you will fail. It happens to me. It happens to everyone. Just keep trying. It took me 5 tries to do this, so I'm sure you can do it as well. I didn't really wanna talk about individual amps because that would be a lot, but I will say that obviously you wanna get those that benefit you the most. Off the top of my head I can say that double strike while using Shrike Zeal is probably the best you can take. Circle that boosts your damage is also good. Any type of heal, attack speed and damage increase are all very decent choices depending on your build. I thought I will have more to say, but I really don't. Take your time, try out things, practice, and that's it. I hope this video helped you. Good luck and hopefully I'll see you again.